Hey Aries, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily readings for February 27, 2025. This is for Aries, last shuffle for Aries. Let's see what's up. Aries, we have travel and then we have deserving. And there's something about um, being on your path and having it being, mm, it's up in the air. You get like your pathway, your life. This is definitely someone that needs to kind of like move on, stand up for what they believe in, and heal from a situation. It's important that you kind of like protect yourself by doing a deep dive on you, um, focusing on yourself, knowing that you can't control other people. Not saying that you're trying to, but that you may have certain principles, and because they're showing a masculine energy that you may be looking at and kind of feeling like, look, I am a certain way. There's certain things I wouldn't do, right? There's certain things I do to create harmony in a situation. You may feel like this person has let you down, has caused a lot of sorrow, caused a lot of problems. And yeah, you may feel like they're very immature. And there's a lot of changes that you've gone through. You've learned a lot over time. Oh gosh, I understand what this is. Like you've learned how to be successful, right? You know, how, like you grow up and you have done some crazy crap when you were young, and then you grow up and you like, you know what? I know I want to create harmony in my life. I don't want to be the person that everybody turns to and goes, "What the heck? Like, why are you creating so much drama? Why are you causing problems to the point where we're losing valuable things or losing options?" And you may be looking at a person and saying, why haven't you learned? And it's up in the air at this point. Like you don't know which way this person's going to go. And they're showing that although I'm seeing this is your travel, but it's also attached to a masculine energy. And it's almost to say that that situation needs to be healed. You know, the relationship between you and a masculine needs to be healed. And it's time to move on from the pain of the situation, not necessarily to cut this person off, but to reconcile and at least have a cordial, diplomatic relationship where we're cooperating, we're compromising, and we've created a balance. Um, because they're showing that this may be affecting your romantic life. This may be affecting it because, and if this is a masculine energy that you are in a romantic connection with, then that it's affecting the relationship. There's something about the way that you are, the way that you have learned over time to become a successful human being, a productive person who is like fair, just, diplomatic, all of these beautiful things. This person may be, in your opinion, judgmental, indecisive in the sense of not knowing which way they're turning, that you may feel like they're confused, or selfish. I'm seeing a selfish person that you may sense is selfish. But Spirit is saying that you can't force them to understand and you can't control the situation. You learn your lessons, right? And make space for new experiences. Don't repeat any of the things that you've done, and that's all you can do, right? As it says scripturally, I think it's in Ecclesiastes, but I don't remember exactly where, but you must contemplate your own salvation with fear and trembling, right? Very interesting story. I found that to be interesting because I would, it made me ponder for a minute, like, why, why was Peter so worried? Um, so either way, you've got angel number 1919 here, and 1919 breaks down to a singular too, but it speaks about karma. It speaks about a warning, right? That you can't focus on what another person's lesson is, whether they've learned it properly or whether they're applying the lessons, or applying the wisdom properly. You can only focus on your path, and you've got a new path in front of you. And this is about doing a deep dive of self, making space for new experiences, breaking out of your shell. They're talking about being somewhat of a spaceship in a sense where we're not afraid to sing because you're different from everyone else. You might as well just be exactly who you are, right? And They're speaking about going with the flow in a situation, healing a relationship with a masculine, with a male. You have to protect yourself, and the only way to protect yourself is that you just stand up for what you believe in, which is living your life on your terms. But I do see reconciliation here, or a reconciliation needed. Period. Because that's the only thing that we have, right? That's basically the only requirement we have. Any part, I don't care what religion you're in, I don't care what your belief system is. The the only requirement we have, although a lot of us don't ascribe to this or believe, right, is that you must forgive, or you must give it back to spirit, give it back to source, give it back to the, like, you know what I mean? Accept that that's the way it is, and then focus on our path. And so either way, deserving with strength and Page of Wands, you deserve to be free and to live your life with a lot of conviction. You deserve it. That's something you need to know, or just like understand about yourself. Not, and I don't see you being a person who's saying, I'm trying to control the next person. I would just want them to understand. It's that you understand something. You are embodying Aries, right? The first house. And usually the first house does represent like the body, pioneering energy. You understand enough to know that that like you understand the essence of freedom, and the essence of freedom is not necessarily always being rebellious, but freedom also requires one to live with integrity so that nothing can impede. Like, we're not creating situations where we could be fenced in, you know what I mean? So I'm seeing that you may be looking at a person or someone in your life, and you're just like, why is it that everything that you create creates problems, or what the things that you're doing creatively are creating obstacles? So spirit is saying that it's time to imagine yourself and this person surrounded by light and feeling the relationship healing, okay, in the moment, right? They're even telling you that you could create positive energy. There's a positive energy um healing ritual. And this is one thing where you would take like a white candle, anoint it with rose oil, and put it on your altar. You don't necessarily have to put it on an altar. Not everyone does that, right? But somewhere that's sacred to you, and that could be anywhere, because I know that everyone has a space. Before I even was doing anything, I had a spot I used to put candles at, right? I would put like my mantle had it was like candles. I had candle holders around the house. And but there were certain places I was like, I always light candles here. And so if you light a candle there, anoint it with rose oil, like you would just coat it with rose oil, right? And you would put a single white rose in water, and like I actually used like a little bowl, and I took the whole stem off and put the rose in the water. And then you would put a garlic clove next to that, next to the candle. And you would take um, rose incense, which I have a rose bush. So if you don't have rose incense, I just dried the rose petals in the oven. I put it in on 200 for a few minutes and let it crinkle, and then I crushed it and then I burned it. Right. Um, you could do that too. Right. There's always with magic, man. There's always ways to get something done. It doesn't always have to be the way, you know. And sage, smudge with sage, right? And then you would say something to the magnitude of war and grief will come to an end. We walk the path of peace. We love like we love others as we love ourselves, or love thy neighbor as thyself. Something like that. All we need is love, with harm to none, only understanding type thing. And so they're asking, that's something that can be done, especially when it comes to your situation or relationships. Playing it safe, Hanged Man, Nine of Pentacles. And even to that magnitude of, even if this is not you're like, listen, on a global scale, I feel this way about, in general, something even higher up than something personal. You could use it for that too. This could even be like at a like a work situation while you're training. I'm seeing training, I'm seeing student, I'm seeing a lot of different connections, sibling connections, even up to or further up, you know. And some of you may be like, listen, the leader of my this, you know, this region or this country, you kind of vibe, whatever it is, you know. Playing it safe though with Hanged Man and Nine of Pentacles speaks of your intention may be to change your perspective to something more harmonious, more cooperative, and changing it to balance. And playing it safe to saying, I'm seeing things from my lens, and I need to I need to see that just like I have my own perspective, so do others. And what works for me may not work for the other person, or what is for me is not for the next person. The lessons I've learned are not something that others readily understand. Okay, professional assistance, Six of Swords, and the Emperor. Yeah, this definitely could be ascribed, especially that ritual. It could be ascribed to a higher up for sure with the Emperor. So, like you're saying, and that's not, you know, these aren't my problems. My problem is with my councilman or my the chairman of the board or this, that, and the third, or the leader of the world, or the leader, well, not the world, but the leader of the country, or the leader of my state or my region, whatever the heck. But professional assistance with Six of Swords and the Emperor. This is someone who is trying to become a better person. This is also someone who is learning and who is confident that they could turn over a new leaf. So there's something that no wonder Spirit's telling you that to heal, that you imagine you and this person healing. This person is taking control of their healing journey. They are becoming a better person. I'm seeing them wanting to reconcile a sad situation. They're stressed, they're worried, they are not, I don't think they're comfortable with their decisions. I don't think they're happy with their decisions. Um, with the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords, this is saying, I really want to make this better, and I'm now worried about. It's almost as though this person can't really even celebrate themselves. They they're not proud of who they are or what they've done. So Spirit is saying that as you are healing this situation, your love life will improve. And so, you know, if this is a love relationship that you're dealing with, this will improve. But if this is someone else, it seems like this is spilling into your love life. So, yeah, stand up for what you believe in, but focus more on you. Focus more on your path. And not, I don't necessarily see forgiveness. I'm seeing more of a healer, healing energy. Send healing energy to someone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that seems about right. Azure, the color Azure. I don't say it properly. Okay. Azure. I always mess this word up, but it's a blue color. It's like a blue sky, light blue, right? That color vibrates on this frequency of protection, right? And as also too, it's saying to, in a sense, if you're looking up, right, then you have no time to look around you and be focusing on the people around you. You're looking at spirit in a sense, or the idea of spirit. Because what is the saying? The saying is, small minds focus on other people, right? And average minds focus on, you know, focus. I can't remember what this was. I apologize, because the small minds are the ones that are focusing on the next person and that person and what's going on with them. And then the average mind is more like focused on, you know what, events, focusing on those things. And a higher mind, a higher self, is focusing on spirit. And spirit, you know, I'm seeing that color. So that would definitely, you know, they're asking you to reach higher. And so, yeah. Okay, so you could be dealing with another Aries. We have Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo. We also have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Yeah, Cancer, or Scorpio. So you could be a Pisces, Aries cusp, or an Aries, Taurus cusp. We have Cancer, Leo cusp, Leo, Virgo cusp. or Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, or Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. If we're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.